Last year the folks at 2-Bit Circus opened an innovative interactive micro-amusement park in Los Angeles that's full of intriguing VR games and experiences. And now they are coming to the Game Developers Conference next month to show you how they pulled it off. As part of the GDC 2019 GDC Entertainment via Chekhov Talks, 2-Bit CEO Nancy Bennett and CEO Brent Bushnell, son of Atari founder Noam Bushnell, will present virtual reality and the creation of the micro-amusement park, and it promises some unique insights. The pair will recount the ups and downs of trying to build out a new kind of entertainment space, from pyrotechnics and unicycles to life-sized games of table tennis. Attendees of this talk are going to learn what it took to assemble a 38,000 square foot living experiment of gaming, replete with novel applications of VR game design. Along the way you will also get practical lessons learned from the design and build out of the company's Gamasutra circus entertainment experience, and how it was organized using a bold new collaboration model for developers both big and small. It's going to be an intriguing session, and you can find more details about it, and many more, over on GDC 2019 session scheduler. There you can begin to lay out your GDC 2019, which takes place March 18th through the 22nd at the newly renovated Moscone Center in San Francisco. Bring your team to GDC, register a group of 10 or more and save 10% on conference passes. Learn more. For more details on GDC 2019 visit the show's official website, or subscribe to regular updates via Facebook, Twitter, or Gamasutra and GDC are sibling organizations under parent company Informa. In Double Cross, you'll play as Aura Sinclair, an agent of Rift, regulators of interdimensional frontiers on technology. Throughout the game, you gather clues in different dimensions and show them to non-player characters in Rift headquarters to solve the mystery behind unmasked traitor that threatens the organization. From very early in the process of writing the story for Double Cross, we knew that we wanted an interesting cast of NPCs for players to interact with. A slide in our very first story pitch depicted the casts of RPG masterpiece Final Fantasy V and popular anime series My Hero Academia as examples of what we were aiming for. Visually appealing characters with complex personalities that make you want to know more about them. After some research, we decided to base our secondary characters upon stereotypes at a first glance, but with unexpected twists that made them stand out and become memorable. We also wanted to make them unique from each other, and give them clear roles within the game, to help guide players who were trying to find the right NPC to show a clue to. Besides their personalities, we really cared about the characters' visual design. We intended to give them a variety of recognizable silhouettes, carefully crafted to match their roles and personalities. We have a very talented art team, and we know this could be a strong selling point for Double Cross. Furthermore, we wanted to use the visual design of the characters to showcase more about the game world's multiple dimensions. We knew we were only showing 3 or 4 alternatives in the game levels, so the characters were a good chance to show what else was there. Talking dinosaurs, fruit people, Lovecraftian creatures, the weirder, the better. With this in mind, I will walk you through the process we followed to create 4 of our NPCs. First of all, we had to establish what each character's role was going to be. This way, the entire design process could have a clear focus and everyone involved would know what each character's purpose was. Besides, We did not want to spend our valuable time making additional characters that would not add something significant to the game. Our resources were already pretty stretched as they were. Much of this initial process was carried out by Alex, Double Cross's creative director, and myself, the writer. Each of the 5 characters whose development I will explain have 3 roles, 2 of which they share with each other. First, they are all fellow Rift agents, helping Zara figure out clues she finds. Second, they are suspect of being the traitor you are trying to unmask. Third, a unique role within Rift. Character abides Zara. Third, a tutorial mission in Rift's gym, so their role is the trainer. Character B is the brilliant mind behind some of Zara's tools, such as the grappling hook, proton slinger, and the technology to travel between different Earths, so their role is the inventor. Character C takes care of the prison, where Zara sends the villains share deaths, so their role is the warden. Character D did not have a clear secondary role. It was just a character we needed for a certain part of the investigation that ended up changing later on. We decided their role could be the janitor. Once we knew how many characters we wanted and what their roles were, we started to come up with more details, such as what clues each of the characters would solve, some ideas for their names and species, and what their personalities could be. This process happened during the paper prototyping and playtesting, part of designing the investigation system. So a designer and myself worked on it. The trainer was quite straightforward. On each NPC's bio we had a reference section with several characters from different media that showcased what we imagined them like. The trainer's reference section was just a large picture of Terry Crews. Quite straightforward. As I said, we started calling the trainer SGT. Swole. The inventor quickly became Drive. Sam Scotch, a Sasquatch, our art director, Takashi, had joked about having a character by that name since pretty much day one. In Sam's Earth everyone is a Sasquatch, are the CYRPTOZOOLOGY creatures, who sometimes accidentally cross portals to our Earth. We all liked the idea and he fit really well with the inventor's role. We gave him a personality based on James Bond's Q-Index-Man's Beast. The warden was soon assigned a clue related to some weapons Zara was trying to identify. So we came up with a character that fit both as a warden and a weapon enthusiast, Sir Gamasutra, an Arthurian knight who always carries a bunch of weapons with him. We thought this was unique and would help players realize that he was the one to talk to about the weapons. His personality was that of a noble, stereotypical medieval knight. The janitor became a comedic relief character in our paper prototype, a grumpy man who complains about Zara getting the newly cleaned food in. He pretends to be a full Rift agent on his free time, but Rift keeps him on cleaning duty because he's actually the best janitor in all dimensions. We also toyed with the idea of having several of him in Rift headquarters. Rift hired alternate versions of him at every dimension. He was still the janitor, as we did not come up with good names for him yet. At this point, the characters were developed enough to take the next step forward. We had defined their roles and some basic personality. Now, we were ready to leave these doodles and get the art team on board. At this point, the creative and art leads, the character artist, and myself met to review the characters and adjust them before their concept art was drawn. The purpose of these meetings was to establish some guidelines for the artists to follow, such as gender, size, and world of origin. But it also worked as a review of what we had so far. This was a very important step. as we had to make sure that the characters were unique and coherent with the world we were building. As GT, Swole did not change much. We were fine with any gender or species. But when we wanted Swole to be large and muscular, it was suggested that Swole's species could be something that you would not usually expect to be large and muscular, such as an insect. I believe using ZWONLY from Pokemon Sun Moon was brought up as an example of what we were aiming for, and Terry Crews was still a big reference. Drive. Sam Squatch was one of the most defined characters we've had so far.